Relationship with God, part two. Now, honestly, this is truly a spiritual message, Yes, it is. And yeah, I mean, relationship with God is truly just not for everybody. I'm gonna be very real with you. It's not because God and Jesus really are. They play a big role within the Trinity and the Spirit of God. Yes, they do. But see, God, the Father, is truly, I keep telling you people, he's the one to be feared, you know? And a lot of you people just do not fear him and all that stuff, and I don't have anything to do with that. I don't. And yeah, I mean, relationship with God is truly not for everybody. And see, like, the thing is, too, he does not have interest in having a relationship with everybody. I may have mentioned this, I may have mentioned this in some form of way. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, relationship with God, it truly, like, there's so many things when it comes to this matter, too, because, see, everybody's relationship with God is going to be different. It is going to be different, but overall, this must be a thing for God's people, more or less, in God's kingdom, the people in God's kingdom and who God has interest in. Everybody else, though, you will be outside of this. But yeah, God, see, the thing about God, a lot of you people may ask different questions concerning this as well and all that deep stuff. And I'm getting into a lot of stuff by the Spirit of God. But yeah, the relationship with God is dealing with a lot, it is a relationship. Yes. It's an ongoing thing. Like, you communicate with him and he communicates with you, and see, the thing about him communicating with you, you people, you certain individuals and beings this applies to, it does not apply to everybody, though, no, because God does not have a relationship with everybody, and he will not, I'm telling you, but I'm telling you by the Spirit of God, and as he's leading me to say this too. But yeah, anyhow, like, relationship with him, yeah, I mean, it's dealing with a lot of different things, and everybody is different concerning relationship with God. You cannot expect relationship with God to look like the same thing for another individual or being, is what I'm trying to tell you. No. But overall, it's about relationship with him. That's what it is about, relationship with God. And see, a lot of people, I'm going to be very real, and beings, they will lack this, and they will not have this, more or less, either, And I mean, man, it's a deep matter, because as I'm being led by the Spirit, yeah, you do have to go through Jesus to get to God. I may have mentioned this before too, and yeah, relationship with God, though, overall, it's just not for everybody, because the thing about God the Father is that he's going to tell you to do things that you don't really want to do, and he's also going to tell you things that you don't really want to hear. And that's the thing about having a relationship with God. Like, he's going to be telling you things about yourself and all this stuff before you're able to, like, minister to people and all that funny stuff, is what I'm saying. I don't even want to say funny stuff so much concerning that, but, I'm just, I'm mellow too. So, like, I do, I don't hold back anything concerning how I speak and just my true aura of things. But the reason why I say that funny stuff is because a lot of these people be, like, putting God on people and stuff, but they're not telling you this stuff, is what I'm telling you. That's why I say it the way I say it. But anyhow, yeah, relationship with God, like I said, he's going to tell you things that you don't really want to hear, and he's going to tell you to do things that you don't really want to do. And that's the thing about having a relationship with God, regardless of how anybody's relationship is with God, yes, it will be different for every individual and being. Yeah, it will be. It will not look the same, and you cannot expect it to be the same and all this stuff with you people. But overall, I'm just telling you about relationship with God, because yeah, I do have a relationship with him. And I'm going to tell you, yeah, I mean, he be telling me some deep stuff. And then there's other things where it's just like, man, God, like, I just, I know not everybody is a part of this stuff with you concerning relationship, because yeah, I mean, God has truly got me doing this too. That's what you gotta understand too. That's what you gotta understand, because if it were up to me, I'm being very real, I would be doing a lot of other stuff. That's what you gotta understand. But see, my relationship with him, it's he's telling me to do these things and also leading me to do these things too, because if it were up to me, I would be doing other things in a way. I'm being very real. Just far as certain things like not necessarily like going against God or anything like that. No, because I truly do love God and all that deep stuff. I do. But overall, I'm just mellow speaking. Yeah, I would be doing other things and all that stuff. But see, what you gotta understand, I keep telling you people, this stuff is not about me. It's just not, is what I'm telling you. But I am a part of God's kingdom. And yeah, I do have a relationship with him. And he tells me a lot of deep stuff, and he shows me a lot of deep stuff too. And honestly, I wouldn't trade it for anything, because God does know me better than I know myself, and he knows what's best for me. So I do love him for bringing me into a relationship with him, starting off with, like I said, I just started off with Jesus. That's what you gotta understand. Excuse me. And I did not fully have a relationship with God at a particular time frame. No, I didn't. Like, I loved God and all that stuff, and God, loved me and just had me in mind concerning his kingdom. But no, I did not always have like a relationship with God. Like, it was more so about me like seeking him and all that stuff too. Yeah. And speaking of all this stuff, yeah, I mean, all this stuff does play a role in relationship with God too, as he's leading me to say. But relationship with God is truly first, once again, you have to go through a son to get it, because you're not getting a relationship with God without going through his son, which is Jesus Christ, the real black Jesus. You have to go through him, and then from there and different things, God will begin to like show you if he has interest in you, and he sees that you are serious about his kingdom, all this stuff, then that's when he will start revealing more and more to you and all this deep stuff. Outside of anything of this is what I'm saying. No, you will not be having a relationship with God, because majority of you, certain people and beings, like, you're not going to do more or less what he's telling you to do, and that's the thing. And that's the reason why a lot of people will not be having a relationship with God, and many other reasons too. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, a relationship with God, it comes with a price. And no, you do not have to be perfect to have a relationship with God, but you do have to be like genuine. You got to be pure, and you got to be down for his kingdom. I'm being very real. Outside of that, you're not going to have a relationship with God. You're just going to be, how can I say this? Like, you're going to lack it, is what I'm saying. And God is just not going to have a relationship with you. I'm being real. He's not going to. Now, this doesn't say, this is not saying that God will not, God will still try to like, he will like, how can I put this? Because God says that he will show mercy to whom he shows mercy to. So he will show mercy to whom he wants to show mercy to, that does not, I cannot, I want to say disclaim that, or like, no, I cannot put that off, is what I'm trying to say. But overall, God will not have a relationship with everybody. No, he won't. No. And anybody who's saying this, that's the case, they are not coming from his spirit either. They're not coming from his spirit, and they're not telling you the full truth. No, they're not telling you the truth at all, because God does not have interest in everybody. I keep mentioning this stuff. And I've already listed certain things behind the way too. But anyhow, too, I mean, yeah, it comes with a price concerning God, like I said, with a relationship with him, because he has to see you are genuine inwardly, and that you love him and his kingdom and all this stuff. And like I said, God will show mercy to whom he shows mercy to, if you struggle with certain things and all that stuff. Yeah. That's the thing. And see, even as he's leading me to say too, like certain people who have struggles and all that stuff, and have battles of sin and all that stuff. These certain people do have, not all of them, but certain people. It's a numerous amount of people who do have a relationship with God, and they do have certain battle of sin. That's what I'm telling you. Yeah, I know this by the Spirit of God, and He's leading me to say this too. And then there's others who are just outside of it, and God does not want anything to do with them. And that's the individuals and beings that I'm telling you about. And God has his reasons for a lot of stuff concerning individuals, even outside of certain things that I may have mentioned. It's on a deeper level concerning God, because God the Father, he knows who really loves him for him. He knows if people are gonna love him and his kingdom too, is what I'm telling you. And some of you people may ask, like, what is that dealing with? I mean, it's dealing with God's way of doing things, God's spiritual kingdom, and once again, his way of doing things, his business, basically, and his stuff, concerning him in heaven. That's what God's kingdom is really consisting of. And there's many more things. But yeah, I mean, that's just, I want to say, like, a great level of things concerning God and his kingdom. And he sees who is genuine about that, is what I'm telling you. This has nothing to do with being perfect and all that stuff, but God knows who he has interest in concerning using for his kingdom too, and all that stuff. And overall, just like making it into heaven and all that stuff too. But yeah, relationship with God, it comes with a price. And it comes with a lot of persecution. It comes with a lot of stuff that, a lot of you certain people and beings are not ready for, being real, because, a lot of you people just, you don't really, care for the things of God. It's all about you. It's all about how you feel. And that's what I'm saying. That's another thing too. He's leading me to say, like, God, that's the thing. He don't care about your emotions and all that stuff. He don't. I'm being very real. He may care about certain circumstances that his people go through. And yeah, he does. But overall, he does not care about your emotions when it comes to his will and his kingdom. That's what I'm trying to tell you. God is into his truth. He's into his kingdom being established and advanced. That's it. That is it. If you're not a part of that, then, man, you can honestly just hang heaven up, if I'm being real, because God is, once again, like, I'm just trying to tell you people, he's not playing around. And what you got to understand, yes, it's truly not about being perfect, because I'm being led to say that for, again, and stuff like that. And as he's leading me to say this, but it is about his kingdom, though. And that's what you got to understand. It is about that, and his kingdom being advanced and you being genuine, as you certain people who will be drawn into his kingdom. You can't be looking down on other people and all this stuff. No, God is not looking for them type of people either, as he lead me to say, and just a relationship with him. It consists of a lot of stuff. Like I said, everybody's relationship is different, and their communication to him and God's communication to them is different too. So you cannot be expecting everybody's relationship to look like yours and all this stuff. No, or the next person or all that stuff. No, because he's going to communicate to his people differently and diverse. You cannot limit how God is going to speak concerning to his people. That's what I'm telling you. And to different people as well, But I will tell you that God is not a part of religion at all. Them people who are religious, he's not even speaking to them at all. And that's what you got to understand. That's what you got to understand about God the Father. He is not speaking to these people at all. And certain people who do not be coming out of that as well. That's what I'm saying. They're meant to be a part of that stuff, because for God the Father's higher purpose, as he's even leading me to say this stuff. But yeah, relationship with him, it comes with a price, and it comes with being genuine, and it comes with persecution. It comes with a lot of stuff, and like I said, you cannot expect people's relationships to be the same and all that stuff. No, it will not be, regardless how much you religious people want it to be and want certain things to look, and you want people to be this certain way. But it's not going to be that matter with this, is what I'm telling you. It's not. And yeah, relationship with God is truly just dealing with like God telling you to do stuff you don't really want to do, and him talking to you and saying stuff you don't really want to hear. And overall, just his will being done. That's what it is, reaching souls, saving souls from hell, delivering his truth, and many, 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 many more things, honestly. But I'm just giving you certain things that he has given me by his spirit concerning this stuff. And overall, it's really, truly dealing with his truth. And it's dealing with like relationship with him is truly dealing with like you being honest, you being genuine once again, which is pretty much the same concept. And you just talking to him about matters concerning your walk with him and concerning things that are going on and all that deep stuff. That's what relationship with him is. And the way you communicate with him, that's why I'm saying God understands everything concerning how you're communicating with him and all this stuff. It does not have to be like a particular way, is what I'm telling you, because God understands. He understands you better than you know yourself, is what I'm trying to say here. Excuse me. And everybody has a different way of communicating with God, and God communicates to everybody differently too. But overall, it's going to deal and line up with his kingdom. It's going to get back into that too, and everybody is truly not a part of this. But with all that being said, I mean, a lot of people will just not have a relationship with God, and God will not have a relationship with them. Is what I'm telling you. It doesn't matter what you people think of this. I'm telling you what I know too by the Spirit of God. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because God sees the bigger picture with you people, you certain beings as well. And a lot of you people, you just don't meet the requirements of truly having a relationship with him, because you don't care about his kingdom. That's what I keep trying to tell you people. So you don't meet the requirements, spiritual requirements, And a lot of you people, I mean, you may come up against this stuff, but I'm just being used by the Spirit of God. Like I said, I'm not really into that emotion stuff either, if I'm being real. I'm not, because I know God is not. He don't care about all that. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Now, Jesus Christ, he's another being. Yeah, has more compassion towards things. Yeah, but God the Father, he does truly not care and all that stuff for real, is what I'm telling you. He don't. And you people just don't understand this matter. But even as I get closer to closing this out, I mean, relationship with God, it's dealing with a lot, and God will speak to you numerous ways. He's not going to talk a particular way, and it's not going to always be like this, like it's not going to be what you think, is what I'm saying. Like, it's not this shouting voice from heaven and all that stuff. I mentioned this numerous occasions, but it's not going to be that, But he does have an audible voice. He does. But like, the thing is, it's not going to be that particular way all the time either. God is going to talk to you diverse ways, situations, many, many things, like, many, many ways God will talk to his people. That's all I'm trying to say, and people he has interest in. Everybody else outside of that, you will not be having a relationship with God, and I'm being real. But yeah, with all that being said, yeah, and it's not no easy thing and all this stuff. No, the relationship with God it's built, and then you have to maintain as well the relationship with him. And he has to truly have interest in you, is what I'm telling you. And you have to care about his kingdom. If you're outside of any of this stuff, then you will not have a relationship with God. It doesn't matter what you think about this, is what I'm telling you. And this stuff is just truly not a game, because a lot of people are blocked off from it for so many reasons, due to who they are, their intentions, their motives. There's so many things, the reason why people will not have a relationship with God and all this stuff, and, it's just a real matter, it's not about sin and all that stuff so much necessarily. No, because we all have sin, that's what I'm telling you. But it's certain other different things that keep people from having a relationship with God. And God he's just aware of these matters of why he doesn't want to have a relationship with a lot of you people and you certain beings. God the Father is aware of this stuff. But with all that being said, yeah, I mean, this ain't for everybody. And you know, I'm just truly being led by the Spirit of God concerning this. But relationship with Him, it's a very real matter, and it's very necessary.